Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Edit, Looks Like Film Edition. My name is Jarrett Hux. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and today we are working in Lightroom using Kodak Akhtar. Let's get started. This beautiful photo you see here before you was taken by Mr. Mark McIlvaine, a photographer based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and also a very dear friend of mine. Fantastic photographer on top of everything else. Landscapes, portraits, and most of all, probably his product photography is just absolutely stunning. If you'd like to see his work, please check out the description below. I'll have a link to his information there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started in this. We are going to be in VSCO 5 today. Okay, so I'm going to open up Nikon because this was taken with a D800, and we're going to scroll all the way down to Kodak Akhtar. Okay, now the reason I want to go with Kodak Akhtar is because it has such a vibrant amount of color. As you can see here from the navigator screen in the top left, there's all types of color that are possible coming out of Kodak Akhtar. So what I want to do is I want to find the one that kind of fits me. This is definitely something taken right after sunset, so we still have that hue that's, means the sun's just past the horizon. So we have a fantastic light. I love the shadows coming off the trees here. It's just, it's a great image. But I want to make sure that I can make the blues look the way I want them to and also have plenty of detail in the orange, the sun. So let's see here. Usually, I think I'm just going to go with Vibrant. Vibrant's a great place to start, especially with something with such saturation in an image. Okay, so this is a little muddy, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back. Something that I've kind of found is a problem, especially with high contrast image with VSCO, is that you get really crushed lower end on the spectrum of things. So the shadow areas are usually really dark and they can get kind of muddy. So we're going to go back in with an adjustment brush and just kind of clean this up and make it look the way we want it to, okay? Just so I can do it, I'm going to do before and after here. So this was before, just so I can kind of have an idea, and after, before, after. The horizon line and everything is going to be fine. We're going to clean up a few things up here. That won't be too much of an issue. I really like the texture and stuff in the water. It looks like maybe birds or yeah, it looks mostly like birds or maybe a stump or something sticking out of the water. Nothing too big. I really like the texture in the water, so we're not going to be changing that at all. So let's just go in with an adjustment brush and go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start at half a stop, okay? And we're going to leave the shadows down for now just to kind of have an idea. I'm going to go ahead and just paint over the water here so we can see if we can just pull out a little bit of the vibrancy in it, okay? Now, I want this to be bluer, okay? And we're gonna talk about how I'm going to get that there. But first of all, I'm just going to roughly paint over all of the water because almost everything else is silhouetted. Great. All right, and I'm just going to select mask overlay. That way I can kind of see it. Maybe clean up a few areas down here. You can always go back in with an eraser and fix this, and we will if need be, depending. The only reason I'd say we probably wouldn't need to is because everything else is silhouetted, so it's not like we would be changing the color of an already crushed black area. I mean, this is a half a stop and you can't even tell anything here across the trees. If anything, they're a little more defined, so that's really nice. You got plenty of sharpness. This image is huge. 36 megapixels is just something I'm not used to, so it's really nice to have such a big image. Okay, so from here, we're going to just bring the temperature down and see if we can get some more blue in that water. Yeah, that's great. All right, we're going to up the shadows just a bit and maybe a little bit of clarity. Just kind of give a little bit of sheen extra. We're just going to jump it all the way up and just see where that's headed. I mean, obviously I'm not going to keep it at 100, but I like to at least know what that's doing. Drop it, and we've got that weird haze over everything. So I'm going to keep it, I think I'm going to push it to 30. That way we get a little bit of contrast on those birds sitting in the water, so that'll be nice. Now, just so I can say I've checked it, we're going to go ahead, we're going to find out what our sharpness is like here. Wow, that's at 100%. That's crazy. All right, so sharpening up a bit. we can pull a little bit more out of it. Maybe if we jump into the trees here, we can kind of see the difference. Not a ton. Okay. Well, I mean, it seems like this is really sharp enough. And honestly, like, just being this big is fantastic. I love all the detail in this. What I'm going to go ahead and do, just because this is so vibrant and it's so big, we're going to go ahead and pull the green out. And because this does have a little natural grain to it, just because we are working with it, and we're definitely pulling noise because of the adjustments. But this is fantastic. I really love the way it's set up. I'm not going to crop it. I really love the composition and everything. He did a fantastic job. The only thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go up here to this red. We're going to go ahead and zoom out to 50. And I just see a couple of spots. It looks like maybe some dust on the sensor. If not, it looks like this place was invaded by aliens while Mark was there. Okay, so just cleaning up a couple of easy spots. Not a big deal whatsoever. And this is just me being nitpicky. The biggest thing is because we just we put so much emphasis on the colors that there's so much contrast in this now. I just want to make sure that we're not over compensating on things and leaving little nasty pieces that are going to end up being a problem if we ever decide to print big. Okay, and I see one more. I'm just going to take care of that little bad boy right there, and I think I am done. Just a couple more. The thing I really love about this adjustment brush here, the what's it called again? The spot removal tool, is just that it does automatically pick like the spot healing brush in Photoshop. It works extremely well. Sometimes you kind of have to work with it a little bit, but it's a great tool. I don't know what I would do, especially in times like this. I had a D600 and it did have the oil spot problem, so cleaning them up was a breeze, especially with this tool. So awesome, and I'm really happy with this. This is a finished image, just fantastic. This was my finished image. I'm going to go ahead and show you what Mark's looks like. This is his right here. This is the way Mark finished it. I really love his editing on it, but I did want to do something a little different, so I decided to go a little more on the contrasty side, and especially with the colors. This is something I really like. This looks like Akhtar, especially with those really, really bright, saturated colors. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more, please check out the rest of my videos and subscribe. Also, if you're interested in this VSCO preset pack, make sure to check out their website and find something that works for you. VSCO 5 is a great place to start. So is VSCO 1, but all of them are full of just awesome stuff. I'm not getting paid to say that. They're just fantastic company, and I really enjoy their products. So make sure to check that out. Their website's in the description below as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.